Hey guys, Mr. Lassle here, and are you guys ready for some science today? Because this experiment is kind of cool. Not kind of cool, it's really cool. And today I want to talk about something that I saw on a TV show. And I was watching this TV show, and when I was watching it, there was these oil rigs. And these oil rigs were in the middle of the ocean. And they were drilling really far down into the ocean floor, and they were bringing up oil. Have you guys ever seen those? Now, I think that for this experiment, I'll probably need my safety gear. And when I grab it, I have it on, we're ready to go. But when I was watching that TV show, I noticed that the oil rigs ended up spilling one time. And it's kind of like when you guys spill water on the table and it goes all over the place, or water's on the floor, but it's oil. And oil's really not that easy to get out of the ocean. But today's experiment might show us what might happen if oil does spill in the ocean. Now, thinking about some of the problems of if oil spills in the ocean, we have our animals, we have our fish that are in the ocean, and we use ocean water. I wonder how we use ocean. That's another time. So here we go. Today you are going to need some water. Now, I want you to pause there. You're only going to do this experiment if mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or the adult that you are at home with says, okay, after they watch this video. So only if they say okay. If they say no, you look at them and go, okay, sounds good. I am happy just watching Mr. Lassle and his at-home science. So we're gonna need some water. I had this, pretty dusty old canister of oil, okay? And this oil is actually purple, so it'll work really well for today. And this oil's old, I don't need it anymore, but it has a purple color to it. And you're going to need 2 jars that have the same opening. So when you stack them one on top of each other, it fits perfect. It's almost like they're 2 puzzle pieces that go together. But the other thing, and the last thing you're gonna need, is a deck of cards. But realistically, we're only going to need 1 card. So no, not that one. No. Wait a second. I'm looking at the wrong side. You guys could see the cards. Okay, hold on. And the numbers. Oh, I need this one. Perfect. Now, the other cards, I mean, if you want to play 52 card pickup, you can go like this and send them all over the floor. But make sure mom and dad watch this first with you, and they say, oh yeah, that'll work. That's okay. And Mr. Lassle is going to be picking up some cards here in a few minutes. So maybe not the best idea to shoot them all over the floor. But you need a card. And I used the one in the deck that is kind of a trash card. We don't use it to play any games with. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about. We've talked about it before, and it was with our egg experiment. That's right, that word is density. Okay, now, I want you to pause our video, and I want you to think about, what does it mean to be dense, more dense, or less dense? Okay, so pause it here. I'll see you in a second. Gave you guys a second. More dense means that the liquid is heavier, and less dense means that that liquid would be lighter. Now I want you guys to think, with our egg experiment, when we just put it in normal water, which one was denser? Oh, I heard it. Somebody out there said that the egg was heavier in normal water. It was more dense and the egg sunk. But when we put the egg into salt water and we mixed in our salt, that egg actually became less dense and it floated on top. Do you guys remember? Now, today, I want to talk about that phenomena. And that phenomena was when oil comes out of the ground. Okay, now these people, they added a little bit of dye to it, and it comes out of the ground, and then we use it. We use it in our cars, we use it in our lawnmowers, we use it in a lot of different ways. But this oil actually goes in a lawnmower, and I was like, man, that'll be perfect for our experiment today. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to talk and I want to make a prediction, okay? And I want to show you guys what this oil looks like. Now I'm going to be super careful pouring it, but I want to show you guys, ooh, yep, here goes. It is kind of a gross purple color, but we're going to fill this jar all the way to the top, or to the brim as some people call it. And I'm going to do it, I've gotten close, now I want to do it over the table, and I'm going to fill it all the way up until the oil's not overflowing. Oh, almost there. One more drip. Perfect. All right, now I have my oil here. And I wanted to make a prediction because I want to look at water now inside of this cup. And this one I'm going to do kind of fast. Here we go. Yep. Awesome. Oh, and it's just water, so it's okay. And Mr. Lassle's in his garage, so I can clean it up later. It's a safe place to do this experiment. So I want to make this prediction now. Which one is more dense? Is it the oil or is it the water? Oh, you're back. You guys have made your prediction now. And I know my prediction up here, and I'm gonna keep it there. And I'm going to think about that prediction as we test it here. And in our science experiment today, the next step is we're gonna put our card on top of, okay, I'm gonna run my finger, make sure I don't have too much water. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna put my card on top of my water jar. And to prove our density, I want to show you guys what's going to happen, okay? Our water's clear, our oil is purple, just to remind you. And this next step is where mom and dad are going to have to help, okay? If you're at home and mom and dad said, yep, let's do it, let's try this science experiment, since it's at-home science, then one really good idea, so it doesn't make a mess and you don't have oil all over the place, if you do not do it right away and you try it again, and to prevent that mess, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go inside and I want you to get a trash pan. No, a trash pan. Not a trash can, a trash pan. A pan that you guys don't really care about, and it's not gonna hurt if we make it all dirty. Now, here's our next step. Now, my card is covering the top of my jar, okay? My card on top of the jar, and I'm going to press kind of hard, not too hard, so my card slides all around, but I'm gonna press kind of hard. And my job now is I'm going to flip my jar over. And I'm gonna do my best not to spill. And I'm going to put it up on top of my jar that has oil in it. Now, what do you guys think is going to happen? Go ahead and pause your video here. We are back with At Home Science episode 5, and here it goes. I'm gonna flip this jar over, and I'm going to line my jar with my water. I'm gonna line it up with my jar that has the oil. So 3, 2, okay, you gotta be kind of quick with this. So if Mr. Lassle spills, it might be a good laugh. I don't really know what's gonna happen here, guys. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, press, flip. Oh man, how am I gonna do this? Whoop. Okay, now, here in a second, I am going to, once I have these perfectly lined up, and something really cool is happening, and I don't know if you guys can see it, so I want to zoom in with Mr. Lassle's laptop because it's actually slow motion right now. But I'm going to remove that card here in just 1 second, and we're gonna see what that oil is going to do. All right, let me put this back, make sure that my laptop doesn't fall. Okay, here we go. Now this part I've got to be really careful with because I don't want my jars spilling liquid all over the place. And I've got to move really kind of slow so that I can get this card out without spilling. Okay, here we go in 3. And I want you guys to watch what happens. Oh, it's already starting to happen. 2, 1. Whoa! Now, did you guys see that? Wait a second.
Watch what happens. Oh, it's already starting to happen. 2, 1. Whoa!
Now, when we zoom in here, we have the oil is on top and the water is on the bottom. Kind of crazy how that works. But I want to go back to our phenomena now. Because our phenomena, I was telling you about a TV show that I watched where oil went all over in the ocean. And it wasn't a good deal. It was actually really bad for the animals that live in the ocean, and it was really bad for the fish too. But I want to talk about if you guys have an idea about how to get this oil out of the ocean quickly and how we would do that. So I want you guys to brainstorm, use that awesome thinking power that you have, and share it with me in your response on Seesaw. My nails are looking good, my hair's looking good. Oh, no, there we go, fluff it. Oh, it's recording? All right, guys, sorry. I'll see you guys next week for episode 6 of At Home Science. Have a great rest of your day.